Welcome to our post-run super stretch and ab blast. Okay, we're going to do some really intense yoga stretches, great for after a run because they lengthen and tone the muscles. So you don't want your muscles, presumably, getting all short and tight and bunchy. You like them long and lean, and also, of course, important for injury prevention. Okay, and then we need to do some abs. So please don't roll out of your bed first thing in the morning and come and do these deep stretches. You need to be well warmed up, okay? Great for after a run or some other kind of workout. So we're going to start with some abs. We're going to do ab stretch, all right? So we're bringing the heart rate down slowly, so still working even while we're stretching and doing abs. All right, so we're starting sitting with the legs in front of us. We're going to bring the hands right here by the hips, lift your bum up off the floor, okay? Tummies have to suck in really tight just to do this ab hold. All right, tummies in nice and tight, particularly the lower abs that are so hard to target. All right, so right here is ab hold. We're going to flow between ab holds and tabletop. So tabletop, the soles of the feet go down and you lift the hips up so that the upper body from the shoulders to the knees are like, it's like a tabletop. Okay, and we're going to flow between those two. So come on back down to ab hold, but don't sit down. Don't let your bum touch the mat. Okay? Tabletop. And here we go. Let's flow between those two. Suck the abdominals in super tight as you go. You really feel that crunch in the transition between the two. Okay? Tummies in nice and tight. Good. And of course, you're still breathing, right? Never hold the breath. Not while we're working out, not while we're stretching. All right? So you need to be pumping oxygen along the body, throughout the body, to make the muscles do their work. Okay, and after a run, you want to be pushing out lactic acid from those muscles that have worked so hard. So keep breathing. Let's do 4 more. And 3. Don't touch the ground. 2. And 1. Right here. Hold it. Right here in ab hold. 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 Tummies in tight. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, let's lower down to the floor. Here we are. Sitting with the legs extended. Let's reach those arms up nice and tall. Big breath in. And as we exhale, let's forward fold. Okay, so hold on wherever you reach, whether it is your feet or your shins, just hold on wherever you reach. Inhale, sit nice and tall. Let's think about keeping the upper body long. Keep the chest reaching forward. It's not so important to see how far your forehead can get down. Okay, much more important to keep a nice long lifted upper body. Lower abdominals tuck in nice and tight here as we gently fold forward. All right, so hamstrings are super warm because of that run or whatever workout you did. All right, so great time to do some deep hamstring stretches. All right, let's breathe here. Just hang out for a bit. We don't bounce anymore. Those were the olden days. Okay, now you hold the stretch, but you don't hold your breath. You keep breathing. Okay, so let's take a big breath in. Reach the upper body nice and long again. Tummies are in nice and tight. And exhale, fold. And keep breathing right here for a little bit more. Good. Okay, we're going to come on up. We're going to take it into a plank. Okay, so tummy's in nice and tight, and we already know that planks are working our core, our whole core, including the abdominals. All right? But to make them work a little bit harder, we're going to do plank twists. So the knee comes to the opposite elbow, back to plank, knee to opposite elbow, and back to plank. Okay, tummy's in nice and tight, and let's flow with that for quite a few. So you'll see that the oblique crunches in plank really work the obliques. Okay, so plank, not just your middle abdominals or the abdominals running down the front. It's also now working your obliques. Okay, let's go 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Let's bring those knees down. We're going to ease the hips back and do a little child's pose. Child's pose is great for relieving any tension that you might have in your back. Okay? So, again, if your workout actually stresses your back a little bit, this is a great place to come afterwards and really just hang out here as long as you need to relieve that tension. Okay, we're coming on up. We're going to step the right leg forward. Well, it doesn't really matter which leg, but step one leg forward into a lunge. We're in a kneeling lunge. So our back knee is down. Okay, let's just take a big breath in. Take the opportunity to really Catch your breath now after that hard workout. Okay, all the time you're pressing your left hip forward, right? So you're getting a super stretch on your left hip flexor and down through your left quads in this kneeling lunge. All right, let's bring the hands down. We're gonna ease the hips back as we flex this front foot. Adjust it if you need to, okay? So we're flexing the front foot so we have a nice long right leg now. So stretching all the way down through the back of that right leg. Certainly the hamstring is getting targeted right there. So just like we did in this seated position, inhale, lengthen through that upper body just as much as you can. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale and lengthen again. Exhale and fold forward. Okay, so you can hang out there if you're in for more of a challenge today and you're used to yoga and you're kind of flexible. You can take that into a splits where you push your front foot forward, release your back leg down, and you can take it into a splits, okay? Obviously much more intense on the hamstrings here on that front leg, all right? But take it in stages, do what you're comfortable with. Don't overstretch just because you're all warmed up and those muscles are feeling oh so supple, all right? Let's take that back knee down again. We're gonna take it into pigeon, all right? So your front foot is the right foot forward. We're walking that right foot out to the left edge of the mat and we're lowering the outside of this right leg down to the mat. So if your hips are very tight, you just bring this front leg in nice and close to the body, okay? If you have more mobility in your hips and you're used to doing pigeon, you can take that leg away, but let's all tuck that back toe under, lift the hips up and square the hips to the mat again, and then lower down, okay? So let's just breathe here as we sit up for a bit in pigeon. Pigeon, I think, is an essential stretch for anybody who does any running or power walking because we get a lot of tightness and tension in the hip area, okay? So it's really important to ease that out, not just for flexibility, but for joint health, okay? So to keep the mobility and stability in your joints, which is gonna keep you running, right? So you don't wanna face any injuries and then have to stop, all right? If you're comfortable in pigeon, and you want to walk the hands forward, go ahead, walk those hands forward. You can inhale, lengthen through the upper body, and exhale. If you can bring your elbows down, you can rest your head on your hands, or you can fold all the way, if you like, okay? While we're here, let's bend up this back leg. Reach around with your left hand and grab that foot, and gently pull that foot in towards your body, okay? So a super intense quad stretch going on here while we're doing pigeon, okay? This is one of the best quad stretches I can find, all right? Really important, again, after we've run or walked or had any other sort of intense, high-impact workout. Really great to ease out those hamstrings and quads. All right, we're gonna release the back foot, lift that leg up and bring it all the way around in front and cross it over your left knee, and then bring that left leg in nice and close. So both legs are bent in nice and close, okay? Left hand is going to reach behind you. Right elbow is going to cross over your top knee, okay? And you're twisting around to your to your left now. Tummy's in nice and tight. As always, when we twist, inhale, sit tall first. And then as you exhale, twist. Okay, you want to make the space going up and down your spine before you go twisting. You don't want to twist and crunch. All right, if anybody would like to go a little further in this twist, your right hand can reach underneath through the triangle in this leg. Your left hand can reach behind you. Let the fingers find each other. And once those hands are bound, go ahead, sit up nice and tall again. All right, a great twist. Really great for relieving tension through the backs. And twists are great. Let's come on out. Twists are great for aiding digestion. Okay, so now our left foot is in front, so we're changing sides. Our left foot is going to be in front. We're stepping the right leg back. We're going to lower that back knee down to the mat. Release that back foot. We can come up and hang out here in our kneeling crescent. Pressing this right hip flexor forward this time for a great stretch here on the hip flexor and down through the quads on this leg. Okay? Good. Let's take a big breath in. Fill in the lungs. Presumably your heart rate is coming on down now. Let's exhale, release the arms, ease the hips back, flex that front leg to get the hamstring on the left side, okay? Tummy's in nice and tight. Let's breathe here. Inhale and lengthen through the upper body. Exhale and fold. Inhale and lengthen. and exhale and fold. All right, and here, if you wanted to here, you can take that into a splits by shifting that front foot forward, the back leg releases, and you can be in splits for a much deeper hamstring stretch. Okay, take it to your point of tightness. You work at your edge, not my edge. Okay, so to come out back, toe tucks under, step this front foot back in. We're in our lunge, we're taking it back into pigeon now on this side. So the back knee goes down, the front foot is going to walk to the outer edge of the mat. So if your left foot was forward like mine was, you're walking to the right edge of your mat so that the leg is across you. Okay? Now let's all tuck our back toes under, lift up through the hips, square the hips back to the mat, and then lower down again. Okay? Super stretch for the outside of that left hip there. And remember, if you're very tight in the hips, bring this front leg in really close. Okay? Then square up again. Just bring it in as close as you need to. All right? If you're feeling tightness in that outer hip, you're working your edge. Okay? You're getting the stretch where you need it. All right? And for the quads then, let's bend up that back knee. Reach around with the right hand and gently pull that leg in towards the body. Okay? If you are familiar with yoga, and you want to get adventurous, you can do yoga, you can do mermaid arms. So let that foot find the elbow of your right arm. Let your left arm reach up and behind you. Let the fingers find each other, and there you go. You have pigeon, quad stretch, and mermaid arms going on there. All right? Great. Deep stretching like this is just so complementary to running. All right, let's release everything. We're going to pick this back leg up and cross it over our front leg. So everything is bent in. Both legs are bent and close into the body. Inhale, lift up tall. Let your right arm come behind you this time. Your left elbow wedges against that knee. So now before you twist, inhale, sit tall. And then as you exhale, twist around to your right side. All the time, sucking the tummies in nice and tight. And do that with each breath. So each time you inhale, sit tall. Each time you exhale, twist around. And then if you wanted to bind your arms, your left arm goes underneath that triangle in the leg. Your right arm goes behind you, fingertips find each other. Inhale, sit tall again. Exhale and twist. Good. So this little sequence I find is just essential after a run. Pigeon, quads, and some deep twists. Okay, so let's unravel. Okay, release the hands, release the legs. Tummies in nice and tight. We're going to hold on underneath the thighs. I love this way to get down to my mat. All right, so arch your back, really round through your back. Tuck the tailbone up, round through the shoulders, and just slowly release the feet and take it down to the mat. Give those legs a big hug, okay? It's like a reclined child's pose. Give the knees a hug into the chest. Let the lower back lift off a bit, a smidgen, okay? Really nice way of relieving tension through that lower back. Okay, don't forget the abs. We're gonna do pike crunches, okay? I need to use my hands here to support my back. Some people don't need their hands underneath the back. They can actually take the arms long behind them and bring the arms up to meet the legs. If that's you, you're awesome. But I need my hands under my back for a little bit of support, okay? So if you want a little extra, you can lift the head and shoulders off the mat. Tummies in nice and tight. Legs are strong, feet are flexed. Let's lower both legs together down like 1 inch off the floor. And exhale, bring the back up. So inhale on the way down, exhale on the way back up. Okay, inhale and exhale. So these pike crunches are great for working the lower abdominals, which is just, most people's pet peeve, right? Lower abdominals. If you have no back issues and you feel you can reach those arms above your head to meet the feet, go ahead and do that. Exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way down. Let's do 4 more. 4 and 3. If this is too much, do 1 leg at a time. 2 and 1. Okay, we're going to bend those knees in. Bring the hands just behind the ears. Okay, and we're going to do good old reverse crunches. So this is where the knees are coming and lift the lower back off the mat and bring the elbows in to meet those knees. Okay, so exhale as you crunch in. Inhale out. Exhale. And inhale. It's a pretty small movement, but make it intentional, okay? Make those abdominals work. Exhale and inhale. exhale, and inhale. Really squeeze through those abs. This is working all the way through the middle abs. Let's do 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're going to reach the legs straight up again. Keep reaching the arms up. So keep the head and shoulders lifted if you can. Reach those fingertips up to the toes. Reach. Keep reaching. And now release everything. Release the legs long. Release the arms long behind you. Let's inhale. Stretch the whole body. Make it as long as you can. And exhale and relax. Okay, so you should really feel it there in the abdominals. Unless you're just such an ab pro that you don't feel it anymore. All right, we're going to stretch the hamstrings here. So bring the right knee into the body. The left leg can go long on the mat. So the right knee comes in. Let's extend that leg. So to extend that leg, you might need to take it away from your body a bit, which is fine. Just try and straighten it out, okay? If it's straightened out here, then awesome. Try and hold on to the leg now. If it's your thigh or your calf, wherever you reach, keeping the hips on the mat. Let's inhale, lengthen through that leg. And as you exhale, gently bring it in towards the body. So again, this is a really intense hamstring stretch. You don't want to fight with your hamstrings, okay? Because that's a battle you'll lose. And when you lose that battle, that's called an injury, all right, which you don't want. So as soon as you feel tightness in your hamstring, you hold it there and you breathe in the stretch, right? So inhale wherever you are. Exhale, maybe you can bring it in another millimeter or so, but you don't have to. If it's super tight, maybe even release it. If your leg has started to wobble and shake uncontrollably, go ahead and release it a little bit more, okay? So let's breathe here. A couple more deep breaths right here. And exhale, bend that knee, let that leg go down. Let's change sides. Okay, so the right leg goes down, left knee bends in. Extend that left leg, so straight up to start, wherever it needs to be straight, okay? Let's try and find a place to hold on, your thigh or your calf or your toe, wherever you reach. Inhale, lengthen the leg. Exhale, gently bring it in towards the body. So remember that this side might be different, okay? Our flexibility is different on each side. So again, find your point of tightness in that hamstring and then hold it and breathe there. When you inhale, lengthen the leg. It might mean you need to release it a little bit. And then when you exhale, gently bring it in a little bit, but try and keep it straight, okay? Again, a few more breaths right here. Enjoy this deep hamstring stretch after your hard workout. Good. And exhale. Let's release that leg. Okay, bring these legs back up. One more final twist just to relieve any remaining tension in your back. Keep the abdominals engaged to support your back in this twist, okay? Let's cross the right leg over the left. So the right leg crosses over the left. Let your arms come out by your side and slowly, with control, let the legs drop down to the right side. You can release your left shoulder down to the ground. Let the head drop to the left side. So really a nice gentle stretch and twist through the back. A nice way to finish off deep stretches and a little abdominal workout after an intense run or whatever your choice of workout is. So this time then the left leg crosses over the right. Tummy's in tight to support the back. Let both legs drop over to the left side. Right shoulder releases down. Let the head drop over to the right side. Good. I love to relax in these twists for just as long as I can. Okay, to come back up, to finish off, let's just bring those knees into the chest. Hold on underneath like we did before. Roll up. Let's finish with a butterfly stretch. So bring in the soles of the feet together. Soles of the feet together, knees go wide. Hold on again wherever you reach, whether it's your shins or the top of the toes. Let's inhale and lengthen. And exhale, fold. So again, wherever your point of tightness is, nice little inner thigh stretch going on here. Also great for relieving tension through the lower back. So again, tummy's in tight, take it to where you feel comfortable or just where you can't go anymore. It shouldn't hurt in this position, actually. Nothing should really hurt. You just might find that you can't get any further, okay, which is fine. Just inhale there and exhale right there. All right, let's have a couple more deep breaths here in butterfly. Great way to relieve tension in the back as well. Okay, and one more big breath in.